Hello viewers. Today I would like to discuss the concept of crowdfunding in blockchain and Web3. What the crowdfunding is, how we can build the logic using Solidity, and how we can deploy this using TypeScript. We already have done in our previous exercises. We deployed NFT contract in our previous video. We will just continue that in this exercise. We are not going to set up the environment or set up the project. I will just create the contract and deploy it, and we will see how we can see this crowdfunding campaign on Etherscan or Ethereum network. Crowdfunding basically is a concept in which we write a smart contract in our network, in our blockchain network, where we present our idea, we request for funds for our project or business. The backers on the chain help you by giving some amount of Ethereum or token or money. It's a secure way to request for fund. So the goal is to start a campaign within a time frame or within a window to achieve a target for funding. If target achieves, the creator will claim for the fund. And if target is not achieved, the funds will be returned to the backers. Backers are basically the supporters of your idea that support by giving you some Ethereum. We will see how we can write the pledge amount logic in our smart contract. It is a safe process because it doesn't get the backer stuck into the loop. So what we will do here, we will create a crowdfunding solidity contract and we will deploy it over testnet. Let's go to the practical side of this exercise. I have already written the logic. Let's go through it step by step. I will provide the code in the comment section, or you can directly access it through the GitHub repo. I have used the same project that we created in our last video. I just add my contract in contracts folder. It's a crowdfunding.sol. I will add deploy.typescript in our scripts folder, and finally we have a test script in our test folder. Let's go through the logic of crowdfunding step by step. So this is my contract. In this contract, I have struck campaign. I have named it as a campaign. We have variables. Address is the creator address, the one who is going to start the campaign for crowdfunding. String title and description is just a metadata for human readable format. Goal is basically the target that we would like to achieve. For instance, I want to achieve 10 Ethereum token in a window that we will start from some timestamp, and the timestamp will be n2. These two variables are basically defining the window of time for which we will start the campaign. This pledge will be store the amount that we will get within this time frame or within this window. These two are flags claimed and cancelled. Claimed basically will be set true when the target is achieved, or cancel flag will be turned on when the creator cancel the campaign before the end time slot. So these are just the struct that we can call a variables. We have some events like launch, cancel, pledge, unpledge, claim, and refund. So launch will create the event, start the event, or launch the event. Cancel event would allow the creator to cancel the campaign between the time frame, between the start time and end time. Pledge is basically the amount that the backer will send to this creator ID. It will be added into the pledge amount. So we have a global variable pledge amount that will be added for this campaign ID all the time when the backer will send an amount. Unpledged is basically the event that the backer can withdraw its sent amount back to its account. Claim event would be the function or event that will allow the creator to claim the pledge amount within the window. And the refund would be an event if the target is not achieved between the window at the start and at the end time. It will refund the pledge amount to the backers. So that is why it is secure. The amount in the crowdfunding is secure. These are some custom errors that I have write for keeping our logic clean and beautified. So not creator will check if the creator exists or not. Already cancelled will check if the campaign is cancelled or not, or if user is trying to cancel the campaign again and again. If user has already claimed the pledge amount, so these function will restrict it to claim it again. Not started will check if the campaign is started or not. In the same way, we have two more errors or error functions that will check if the campaign is ended or not ended. We have an other function that will check goal has reached or not, and then nothing to refund function basically is an error if user try to refund the Ethereum or amount to the backer. And we will have a modifier that will check the session for the creator. So this will only allow pledge amount to the user that is basically the creator only. No other user would allow to enter into this session. So this modifier will keep track of that. This function would launch the campaign. I have written the logic. These two are the mandatory, like goal should be greater than 0 and duration should be greater than 0. Duration is basically the start time plus the total duration that we will run for the campaign. This is our campaign that is basically an array and have a ID of campaign as an index, and then it will launch the campaign. Cancel will just cancel the campaign requested by the creator. And then we will have a pledge logic here. So it will just check if the block is within the time span and the target or goal has been achieved and the value is greater than 0. It will just add the pledge amount against that creator ID, and unpledge, as I have said, will refund the amount to the backer and it will deduct from the total pledge amount. Pledge will be add within the total pledge amount and unpledge will deduct the amount that will be requested by the backer, and the claim will be just to claim the fund. If the creator has achieved the goal, it can claim the fund. And then we have a refund functionality over here. A refund will send all the pledge amount back to backers if the goal is not achieved. And then we will have a deploy script that is just deploying our crowdfunding contract, and there is a test functionality over here, so that will be called the crowdfunding contract. It will launch for 2 Ethereum for the duration of 3 seconds. So our start and end time would be adjusted for 3 seconds. So it will check for 3 seconds that it gets the 2 Ethereum coins for the campaign. If the goal is achieved, it will pledge 1 Ethereum, and this will be just check the deadline and send the event to the creator. If the goal is not met, refund would be called in this code of logic. Let's run this step by step. Let's compile it first. npx hard hat compile. Press enter. So basically it has compiled our contract. I already have compiled it, so there is nothing to compile it. But if when you run it for the first time, it will compile the contract and it will give you a success message over here. Now let's run the test. npx hard hat test. Crowdfunding has called and it has passed the test. Now we need to deploy it to our local node. We will start the node npx hard hat node. Press enter. It will start our local network for testing the crowdfunding. We will go to another bash our PowerShell. Now let's deploy to our local network or local host. So npx, first of all, let's move into the working folder. npx hard hat run script dash deploy.ts dash dash network and local host. Press enter. So you can see crowdfunding deployed to this local host address. Now let's deploy this to our Sepolia network. So I will just replace localhost to Sepolia. Press enter. Here you can see our crowdfunding contract has been deployed to this address. You can just copy this and we can verify it on Etherscan. Copy it and go to Google. Open etherscan.io and paste your contact address here. Press enter. So this is my crowdfunding contract that has been deployed to our Sepolia network, that is basically a test network. So in this way, you can write the logic for your crowdfunding. You can present your idea. You can request for funds. You can start campaign. You can launch campaign for your business, and the people will back you by sending some amount of Ethereum or token. Keep practicing. If you have any questions, just drop a message in the comment section. I will respond over there. Thank you.